Boom.
And we are live. Welcome, everybody, to the Gamers at Large podcast. We're on episode 8 now. Good grief, 8. Has it been that many? All right, and how is everybody doing tonight? We're going to sit up here and present everybody. This time, instead of no particular order, we're going to start in order from left on to right, starting with Jamie Butterworth. What's up, Mr. Butterworth?
Hey guys, Jamie Butterworth here, commentator extraordinaire, doing the Gamers Large podcast as usual. After a week off, I'm energized.
Okay, and then up next we got our buddy, the man, the myth, the legend, the headquarters guy over here of the Nintendo group on Google Plus. We got Jay. Jay, what's up, man?
What's up, everybody? I hope everybody's had a nice, lovely week off, a lovely vacation. Time to get back to work.
Up next, we got ourselves the resident bouncer of our group, the one who sits up here and busts off all the drones at the kneecaps. We got Mr. T.
Hey fools, Mr. T here. Glad to be back again with another podcast. Been a little bit under the weather, but I'm all right and glad to be back.
Up next, we got one half of the dynamic duo, GN Tech TV, aka GamerNate78.
What's up, everybody? That's right. One half of the dynamic duo. I would like to say, everybody keep Shaner's father in their prayers. He's going through a rough time and could possibly be passing away. So everybody keep him in your prayers.
My condolences. My condolences.
That's why Shaner's not here right now. His dad's is in a bad spot right now. So just everybody keep him in your prayers.
Most definitely. Up next, we have Tobias, a.k.a. Shadow Fox. How you doing?
What's going on? This is the Rogue Ninja of K9 Descent. Shadow Fox Prime, Shadow Fox Infinite. Look for that on YouTube. It will be coming pretty soon.
There we go. And by the way, not to mention, everybody, don't forget to sit up here and tune in to everybody's respective channels when you get the chance. Just thought I'd put that out there. And coming up next, we got ourselves the Zen Gamer. How you doing, Zen?
Yep, I'm fine. You know how it goes. What's up, everyone? Back again. Missed a week, but I'm roaring and ready to go. Fueled up, and Red Bull is giving me wings.
Just about everybody.
Alrighty. Alright, so who's going to have the first topic for this evening? Who's going to call dibs? Anyone?
I'll call dibs.
Go for it. You got the floor.
Is anybody noticing right now that all the Sony and Xbox fanboys are coming up with the exact same excuses that they denied when the Wii U came out first launched? It doesn't have any games. Oh, it's not taking advantage of the hardware because it's just a port. We'll soon see what they can really do. The games are going to come out over the next year. You got to wait another year. I'm seeing something from, it's very familiar, that was seen a year ago. Everybody just said, oh, you're just damage controlling. All the damage control seems to be on the other end now.
That's not damage control. That's just facts.
Damage control. Only damage control when it's from a Nintendo fan. That's
all I gotta say is people who remember what has been going on maybe in the last about 12 months ago, download those videos now before they are stealth deleted. I repeat, they may go missing and you will have no proof. Download.
Quack quack.
Oh Lord, the mysteriously disappearing videos. You gotta love those. I have a few archived that I keep, for a rainy day that are kind of funny. Some of them I keep because remember, I've been around a lot longer than I've been making vids. So
I guess the key point that I want to make here is people need to understand the history of this industry. All console launches suck.
Yeah,
nobody's console launch came with outstanding AAA games in every single genre. It never happened, and it never will. They take time.
Yeah, I
The
mean,
N64 only had Mario 64, and that was a miracle.
yeah, because usually when you buy something at launch, you're pretty much a glorified beta tester.
Seriously.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I mean that's just
Yep.
the truth.
And it's not, it's not denying that the other two of the big three going to have their games when they come out. Let's not get it twisted now. They're all going to have their games. Every single one of the big three have their problems. But the thing is, it seems like everybody focuses on Nintendo because it has the stigma of being the so-called kiddie console, so everybody wants to jump on it all the time.
True.
Even though it's not true flat out, it's not a kiddie console any more than any other one. But it is what it is. People are just gonna look for something. They gotta find a scapegoat somewhere.
And like I said before, if it's not the hardware, it's Nintendo is kiddie, or this can't be on this system because it's kiddie, or it's not HD, or insert thing here, or it doesn't run Unreal Engine 3.
Which it does.
Yeah.
It doesn't run.
No, it
Crytek.
cannot. EA said that it cannot run.
Do you realize that 12 of my Wii U games are not kiddie games? In fact, none of them are kiddie games. Not even the Wii games are kiddie games. I don't own a kiddie game.
Yeah,
No,
SpongeBob.
no,
a
no,
real
no, no, no.
Nintendo
It says
fan.
Nintendo. It's kiddie. Hush.
I'm not a Nintendo
Kiddie
fan.
by
I
default.
don't own a kiddie game. Okay, I must be just a poser, I'm telling you, because last time I checked, there was a lot more than just kiddie games on freaking Wii U. And I
see
wish
Wonderful
these,
101
I wish
up
these Thank you, Mr. T, for pointing that out. But see, the problem is, in my mind, this game is nowhere near kiddie because it is one
it isn't.
hellaciously hard-ass game.
And too many innuendos in that game.
But it's
for
too
it to
damn
be
colorful,
kiddie.
though. It's got all
There's
the
too
What is
much
it?
innuendo and profanity that's bleeped out. Like I was
Yeah.
just playing a section today that was like, oh my god, my son shouldn't hear this.
What is that game rated?
It's colorful, though.
Is it rated teen or is it rated?
Teen.
It's
Teen,
team.
okay.
It's team.
Okay.
It's
I
rated
mean-
team for everyone.
Oh man, I'm just gonna go on record and say that there's no such thing as a kiddie game. It's just how do I put this? A justification
minute.
by
There is this one.
Oh, come
Oh.
on. That's reaching.
Look,
Is that Barbie?
97% of the persons who say that game is kiddie will not, and I repeat, guaranteed, get all the stars in that game. I'm going on record to say that.
I'm
Which game was
I'm
that?
saving face by pointing it out because the haters are going to sit there, Bond with a magnifying glass looking
Wait,
at the
wait.
screen trying
Wait,
to
wait,
find
wait.
Nate, which game was it that you just
Hold
held
on,
up?
hold on.
Super
Galaxy.
I have something to say here. Metroid the Other M is kiddie because of what they did to Samus. There, I said it. Sakamoto!
Her hair is so long.
The storyline was very, very tween.
Thank you.
Very tween.
Twilight.
storyline.
Might have been
The
very
Twilight of the
tween,
Metroid
but
games.
damn it, I love seeing
Exactly.
Samus
It
in
was
a
the Twilight
feminine
of
way.
Metroid games.
Hey, you know
Twilight the
what?
Metroid.
Hey, y'all can knock the storyline all you want, but this was the closest thing to come to an actual Super Metroid sequel. All right, because if
basically
you
what I
get down
thought
to
it was.
if you get down to brass tacks, this is literally the sequel to Super Metroid, not in storyline, but in the style of gameplay.
No,
I
I
will
like
give you
the
that.
story. I mean, I like the story. I like the game. It's just the story takes away from it so much. It's just
And on that note, and I just think I need to say this because I found it funny. You know how people always say that you need to have full voice acting in all your games because it's past 2013, 2010, 2013, whatever. That is one of the main reasons why I think Nintendo shouldn't, because when you play a Metroid game, what's the one thing about Metroid? You're by yourself on a planet. If you're by yourself and you want full voice acting, you're gonna be talking to yourself.
talk to yourself.
Well,
People
it
got
depends.
mad.
No.
It depends.
People got pissed off because of that. But if you play the game, the gameplay that Team Ninja put into that game, where you pulling off wrestling moves, shooting things in the mouth, I'm like, dude, I was loving the gameplay. But yeah,
No.
when you have full voice acting, that is what's gonna happen when you actually look at what the game is. She's gonna be talking to herself.
I mean, that's,
Tell
that's the
you
main
what,
reason
here's
Nintendo
the thing.
shies
Sometimes I
away.
wish this game didn't have voice acting because it makes my skin want to crawl off me and go
no.
into the next room.
Oh,
That's
that's very true.
Now, here's the thing about that Metroid game is, people had their own preconceptions on who Samus was,
Exactly.
know who she was, and that game depicted who Samus was, right? Back to the mangas, if you've ever read them. That is the original origin of Samus Aran.
Here's the
people
point.
have
You
this
can't
attachment. Yeah, go ahead.
you can't you can't go ahead and take a new feature that's just turned into games maybe 10 years ago and attach it to a 25-year-old franchise. It just doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, there are certain things, yes, you
See,
can add.
here's a
3D,
good
yes, you can do
analogy
other things
for-
like that, but it can't. No.
For adding
Oh.
voice acting to games is I get on Mrs. T all the time because she like to listen to audiobooks, and I'm like, you letting somebody else read it for you. It's not coming from your perspective, and that's the thing
Yep.
about putting voices in games is that when you play a game, you feel like you're the hero, you're the person playing the game. But if the game is talking and all that stuff to you and all that, the game takes over. And then it's not from your perspective anymore. You feel like you're just interacting with the movie, basically.
The last thing I'm going to say on this topic is that people who want voiceovers for 100% of their games, if you're a Nintendo fan, please, for the love of God, do not want Link to talk. Sorry.
Oh God,
Please
no,
don't. Please
no.
don't.
Sack
My
it.
way
want
getting
that.
tired of
No
those.
As a
wonder.
Zelda
You
fan,
me, princess.
as a Zelda fan, I have to say, like, you cannot have Link talk. People have this common misconception that Link can't talk. Link can talk. The problem is you're supposed to be Link. You are
There
the
you go.
cipher for Link. So
Hey,
you
I
cannot
guarantee-
have voice acting in Zelda. I'm sorry, you're gonna hate it if you do, because they're not gonna be what you want them to be. They mess around and put Zac Efron as Link, and you're gonna be mad.
Wait, hold on, everybody.
Let's not have Zac Efron as
I
anybody.
remember a game that had voice acting with Link in it. And
CDI?
it was on Philips CDI.
Dude, those
and
are not
why-
games. Those are not games.
You know, I
What?
actually watched the Angry
Those-
Gaming.
You
I
never
watched
make
the
those
Angry
never happened.
Those games never happen.
Nintendo disavows all knowledge. Of that.
Wait,
It's nowhere on
wait.
the
Before I
history
drop
tree.
this, can I say something real quick? I'm so hungry, I can eat an Octorok.
Oh.
Why are you doing this to me?
It's to us.
Well,
I love to kill the
excuse me,
dongos.
princess.
So can I bring up the next subject?
Go for it.
All right, I actually laid all these games out here for a reason, all right, because it ties into what I want to talk about, all right? A lot of the games I've got here came out at launch, well, with the exception of the Wii games; those were already out. But Assassin's Creed 3, all three of the main sports games, Armored Edition, Splinter Cell, no, but Black Ops 2, Mass Effect 3, 3 Ultimate came out a little after launch. It wasn't out on launch day, was it?
No, it was a little bit.
No.
It was a
All
little
right.
bit after.
And Zombie U. All right, this game right here, Batman Arkham City, compared to this game right here that just came out, Origins, night and day difference, but yet done by the same company. And I checked it, Quan. WB Montreal handled this one, and they handled this one.
Yeah.
1 year's time difference between them, night and day difference in performance. And a lot of these games, like Assassin's Creed 3, shared characteristics of this game here. Shoddy performance, bad frame rates. Some of the sports game had frame rate issues. Black Ops 2, pretty much for the most part, ran perfect, no problem. Mass Effect 3, pretty decent. It was actually the better ones of them. But here's the thing. If developers would have put this kind of quality into the launch games at launch, how much different would the Wii U landscape be right now? Because all the haters use all these games, the ones that had the bad performance, like this one. I mean, they hammered this one hard, and yet a year down the road, done by the same company, night and day difference. But the Wii U can't even do last gen. But here it is. It's actually better than the last-gen consoles. Has the best frame rate than the last-gen consoles. Has no tearing, unlike the last-gen consoles. So my question is, if the developers and publishers would have put their heart and soul into their launch titles a year ago, what would the landscape of the Wii U be like today? Y'all's thoughts?
Probably a lot better.
See, it ties into the fact that developers are expecting, us to just go out and buy their games instead of trying to get us to buy their games, instead of putting effort into the game and building and taking the time to create an audience for their games. So if they had done that with those initial launch games, people would be, you know, a lot more hype for the next round. Like for the Batman, I don't know how well it's selling or how well it did or whatever, but people would be more hyped for the next iteration of their game on the system instead of being, you know, kind of turned off because the first one wasn't up to par.
You know, I agree with that, but I'm also going to sit up here and strike on another point that a lot of people might disagree. There's going to be a hot button issue that's going to tie into it. But the reason I'm bringing it up is because, remember, games are not only made for just you guys, they're made for everybody, right? True. Now, watch Mr. T's going to jump in and say, nope, sucks. Here it comes. Here it comes. Mass Effect 3 should have been available with Mass Effect 1 and 2 as well as their DLC, whether you purchased it separately or it's included on disc. Because of the simple fact that if you sit up here and do not include all the services, features, as well as content, whether it be in the form of DLC or on the disc, people are going to feel shortchanged on that platform. If they feel like they don't have the right, they're barred from purchasing something that the other platform can, they might be more inclined to buy it on that other said platform.
Well, I mean, I think we're kind of agreeing here. I think that ties into, you know, developing, creating your audience, creating the right audience, the audience that you want. If you shortchange a certain audience, they're not going to be there, you know?
Exactly. And the thing is, I don't agree 100% with DLC. Don't get me wrong. But here's the thing. Here's the thing real quick. I played a game recently that Nate will tell you practically every time he called my house, you would hear it in the background. And that was Xenoblade Chronicles. That game
I got it playing right now.
Freaking massive in scope, that game. So freaking massive in scope that it felt way better than most of the stuff you would see. It was, to me, it was Dragon Age Origins good, if not better. Okay? And it didn't come with downloadable content. It was fully intact on its own. That if they made DLC for it, I would not have felt shortchanged in buying it because I could be assured that it would probably be a big-ass chunk of extra gameplay.
Oh, yeah. Don't get it confused. I don't have a problem with DLC in general. I have a problem with certain types of DLC.
On
like
disc.
Skins, on disc, day one DLC. Why isn't that in the game? You know?
There you go. No, I agree.
DLC is supposed to be extra content. You're supposed to be stuff that they working on after they released the game that they couldn't finish in time and they wanted to add to the game. I have no problem with that. But when you start trying to sell me more guns and skins and really skins, I mean, come on.
Allow me to bring you back to a golden era. It was a long, long time ago. Once upon a time, in the year of 1998, you got all this in the game.
Oh, Lord.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
It wasn't so long ago.
You would unlock those things by beating the game at 100%, or that's how you got that extra stuff. But now they charging you for it.
Yeah.
That's the problem. That's the problem I have.
But the thing is, listen, if you don't allow people to have the option to screw themselves over, they're gonna get pissed.
Oh,
out there, like I mentioned in my video. What is it? Far Cry 3, Blood Dragon. Awesome. I love that. Super Luigi U. Awesome.
Let me hit you this from another angle. What if all of these publishers, companies, developers know that the majority of gamers now are not skilled enough to unlock the extra content?
They're not. They're not. I'll go and tell you right now, they're not.
Dead Space 3.
I'm going to tell you right now, they're not.
They're not,
I'll put it to you like this. Random Game of Thrones reference, Nintendo will bend the knee or I will destroy them. Take that with what you may.
Oh, Lord. I'm just going to say it like this, dude. One thing I got to make it very clear is this. Nintendo, I got to give them credit. Whenever they make games, they can take just a hand and make a full doctor out of it. I don't know if you get that reference, but there you go.
Hey, WB Montreal's, now that we, got the actual the good Batman, how about you put out a patch for this one? That way, us Nintendo gamers can actually enjoy this game.
Yeah, so you can fix the Harley Quinn DLC, please.
It only utilizes one of the CPU cores, WB, so if you put a patch out, make it where it uses the other two, it would actually play as good as this one. And then all the haters can go take and jump off a bridge.
You forgot the Harley Quinn DLC. They need to fix the replay. Most definitely. That right there pissed me off.
No, that broke my heart, man.
Oh Lord! I mean, good grief.
And Nintendo, I want a complete Wind Waker style HD remake of this disc right here.
You might get that.
Oh,
That would
Lord.
be sick if they made a freaking
You might
HD
actually get that.
remake.
Okay, so can I go ahead with my topic?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, Nate, you might indeed get that because we might be getting reimagined titles in the very near future for the Wii U. I'm sure everybody knows about this. You know, Paul Gale, Rumor Central.
Shokyo thinks he debunked it. I don't know if it's true or not.
Right, so started with Mario 64, we might be getting HD versions a la Wind Waker on the Wii U. So, thoughts?
I looked at the actual interview they did with Miyamoto, and what Miyamoto said, I think what they're doing, and it's actually smart. It's gonna be basically from the eShop. It's gonna be select titles from like the 64, GameCube era, and the thing is, like, a lot of people are saying that they don't want this to happen, like make new games, but the fact of the matter is, if you go back and they remake some of those stellar games like in Mario 64, they're probably not gonna do Ocarina, but I'm thinking they're gonna do Majora's Mask. That's what the one that people have kept wanting is Majora's Mask, and I think that's how people are gonna get it. And the Star Fox, they're doing something with Star Fox.
Please, no Slippy the Toad, please.
I mean,
No.
You get Slippy.
they've been hinting at this for years. I'm not really in the mindset that it's true, but there have been little hints out there where they've been asked questions, and Nintendo will say stuff like, "Well, that would be a great idea for third-party partners to come in and work on those." HD type games. They have said stuff like that before. So I don't know if this is a rumor based on those little, things they've said before, or if it is actually real.
Well, the Wind Waker HD, people think that Anuma's team worked on it. Anuma's team didn't work on
No,
it.
they didn't. No,
It was a third party.
yeah, it was third
I
party.
forgot the name of it, but it was a third party that did that. They've been working on the new Zelda, and a lot of people actually thought and complained that they shouldn't be working on a HD remake, and they didn't.
They weren't.
Yeah, so
Oh, you're just gonna have to forgive him, man, because anytime it's good news about Nintendo, people automatically sink into automatic bitch mode.
yeah,
So,
it is.
Okay,
That's what happened.
I got a question though. How do you think a wave race would look like on the Wii U?
I think
Oh,
Wave
man.
Race would look awesome.
Glorious.
Oh.
It'd be
Well,
glorious.
That's water.
Here's the thing that I think is Nintendo's problem. They got so many classics that they don't have enough teams to actually give everybody what they want.
Yeah.
They don't have enough teams to give everybody a Wave Race, everybody a Star Fox. That's why you didn't get like a Star Fox on the Wii.
But my complaint is they should have enough teams by now.
They should, but think about it. Me personally, if Platinum is asking, if Hideki Kamiya is telling me he wants to make a Star Fox game, damn it, he's making a Star Fox game.
He's making a Star Fox game.
Yeah.
Believe that. He's making it. Trust me.
I'm like, if he tells me, if he said it on Twitter that many times, I'm like, dude, I'm giving you Star Fox. As soon as you get done with Bayonetta, that's what you're working on next.
Dude, I believe he already working on it. Trust me. That's what I believe.
But that's the thing, like, and they've said on multiple occasions that they don't really have all the teams, because you got to think EAD is probably working on that next Mario Galaxy game, because it's
Hold
gonna
on,
get done.
Nate, you're gonna give people seizures.
Oh.
So we got a rave party going on over there, Nick.
Already got neon lights over there already.
But yeah, that's what that is. I mean, I understand like where people are coming from on the whole reimagine. I think it's a good idea because like me, I don't mind getting a remake of something back on the 64 or SNES. Maybe even Dreamcast. Grandia too.
Oh,
People don't realize
Skies of
how good of an
Arcadia.
idea it is until it actually happens,
you know what I really want? Some Hudson Soft games.
Yeah, whatever happened to them?
Oh Lord, they got folded into another company. I forgot which.
Short
Was it
story
Sega?
to dead.
Wasn't it Sega? Or who bought them out? Who bought Hudson Soft out?
I believe it was Sega, yeah.
Yeah, because I don't think they completely died like Midway did.
What did they do? Was it
They got
Bloody
folded.
Roar. They did a lot of stuff.
They did Bomberman.
Yeah,
Oh,
they did
Bomberman. That's what I was
Yeah.
thinking of.
Because I was thinking Bomberman 64 remade. Oh, I would love Bomberman. I miss Bomberman 64.
Yeah, that was awesome. I love Bomberman. I still have it.
Oh, we got Bomberman Hero, Bomberman 64. Let me see what else.
I think
love me
Saturn
some
Bomberman was the best Bomberman, period.
Oh,
I didn't play that one. How was that?
Oh, it was awesome. A friend of mine had it. It was just, you could have 4 people at a time, but you could have up to 10 total with computers. And just, it was hectic. It was different. It had lots of different power-ups. It was awesome.
Oh, cool.
Hey, speaking of remakes, watch this real quick. I'm sure y'all be able to see it.
Oh man, I love Super Metroid.
Watch that. Super Metroid Remastered. This is somebody just using Photoshop.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh.
Nintendo.
It's pretty
This
cool.
is what we want. Super Metroid
No, we won't do IPs.
Remastered.
IPs. Yeah, we ain't gonna
Think
buy.
about, seriously, guys. Does Nintendo, seriously, all right? I've been banging about Nintendo needs third party, but if Nintendo went this route and fully started bringing back all their classics remastered in HD with Wii U gamepad support, don't you think Nintendo gamers would be just freaking ecstatic?
Oh, dude, you wouldn't hear. Well, it'll bring a smile to my face.
Yeah,
No,
I'd be in that.
Nintendo's making all the things I want. I don't have the money. No, Nintendo, you should die.
Oh, Lord.
Look at how this guy's
wait.
Photoshop and
yeah, I watched this. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I saw it.
Real quick. Or instead of die, should be sold to Disney. What the?
Oh.
Oh,
No.
Jaffe.
Oh, my
Is that
God.
Is that our next topic?
I
That's
love that guy.
That's my topic. What the hell is up with David with Mr.
Jaffe.
Gaffey?
Yeah.
Not that. It's Gaffey.
Gaffey,
You know what I'm
okay.
saying? That was a gaff and a half. That was a gaff.
they took God of War away from him. He's just mad.
Oh yeah, he
Yeah.
pissed about that. He's pissed about that. He's
Oh.
38 hot about that.
Okay,
Lord.
long story short, here's what I think. It was his 15 minutes of fame.
Exactly.
End of story.
Look at that. Look at it. Look at what he did.
Nobody
with
was talking about him.
Photoshop.
He said Nintendo. Everybody started talking. That's all.
Seriously.
No, but that's a good thing though that what you're showing right there. But I just still can't help but go on about this whole entire thing about Nintendo being sold to Disney.
Well, Nintendo don't need to be sold to Disney because Nintendo
I never
got
said
money.
they need to be sold to Disney.
Not
Nintendo was
you.
the only
I
one
just-
that ain't
Not you.
struggling.
Not
I
you.
don't
No, I'm
understand
talking
that
about-
conversation because
Yeah.
Nintendo was the only one that ain't struggling.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to wrap my head around this. They've got 8 to 10 billion in the bank, but they need to be sold to Disney. I'm trying to wrap my head around that logic here. They're buying real estate, but they need to be sold to Disney. They are.
Okay.
Oh Lord.
The
Wow.
best part about what he said, the only redeeming factor about what he said is that if indeed this does happen in some nightmarish future, then we will actually get a real Nintendo Land. That's it.
That would be awesome. I would love that. That's about it.
that is about it.
Nintendo
maybe
license
they
it to them.
better marketing too. I mean, I can go with that.
I mean, we thought that was gonna happen with when George Lucas got that check, but
That's true.
It's in the game.
yeah, George Lucas took that money and said, "See ya."
Dude, seriously, could you imagine playing Super Metroid with them kind of graphics?
Yeah, but remember, dude,
It would
what I'm
still be
more
Metroid,
concerned
though.
about, as long as it plays new, they add something new to it. Because
Yeah,
if it's just Super Metroid all over again, what's the point?
Pretty Super Metroid. I don't really need that. I done beat that game so many times. You know.
I got it on my gamepad when I want to play it. So
Exactly.
I just want something new. Give
Man,
us
I want
something new.
old.
You can give me Super Metroid 2. Yeah, I'll take that. Super Metroid 2. I'm all
Oh,
about that.
that'll work. That'll work. I would like to see a remake of that one.
with full voice acting.
Oh God, no! Sakamoto!
Oh man, you just asking for another 2 out of 5 from G4. Oh,
I mean, 'cause, I mean, if
you was
people-
dead.
You want to remake it? They crying about what is it? Zelda 2 Worlds. They crying about that, and that ain't even a remake.
Oh,
Yes,
and I love that. I love that game. So far, the way it looks, the way it seems to feel, the play mechanics, even the fact that you could do the dungeons quote unquote out of order.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That
They
right there.
bringing that back from Zelda 1, which is I like that. Yeah, I like that.
See,
That's gonna be interesting. I'm telling you right now.
That is gonna. I think that team, AJ Newman's team, is gonna have something up their sleeve because he already said he's showing stuff at E3 next year. So I'm pretty sure because he said he wanted to show something, but they told him not to. So he had video ready to go this year.
Yeah.
So
Nintendo, they like that. They hold on to the last minute. That's what they do. They always done that.
I mean, they put a gag order on Miyamoto.
Yeah.
They put a gag order like you can't talk about this, you can't talk about that. I'm like, dude, really?
And you know why they do that?
You might be the great Shigeru Miyamoto, but we will not hesitate to send the Nintendo ninjas after your ass.
Yeah.
They do that because they don't want a Watch Dogs incident.
Yeah.
Yep.
Typing the game for 2 years and it still ain't out yet. I mean,
that's the Watch Dog. The Watch Dog thing. Here's the thing, because a lot of people are saying it's because of GTA. I don't think so. I think there was something wrong with that game.
Yeah,
I don't think it was because of GTA. Because when I think about it, GTA is already out. That's not gonna be a reason for them. That's not gonna be a reason for them to not come out.
I think they were worried about it selling. I really do.
Yeah, they were probably worried about it selling, but I think there's something wrong with that game because they're trying to do too much with it. They got to have all these apps to go along with it. Yeah. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Just give me the game.
I mean, I think they were looking at Splinter Cell sales and Rayman Legends sales.
Well, Rayman Legends, that was Ubisoft's fault.
I can bet all of my money that when that game comes out, all of the online features will not work.
Oh Lord! Oh Lord! Are we gonna have another Grand Theft Auto 5 incident?
Yes.
Oh, speaking of which, have you seen that nonsense over in IGN?
Oh Lord!
What are you talking about?
I mean, IGN.
Yeah, well, apparently IGN is creating new rules around their reviews to allow Grand Theft Auto a pass because they rated the single-player experience. Of course, you know what score it got. And they are withholding an actual score in their review, which they've already posted, from the online, based on the fact that
it don't work.
No, hold on. The exact words was GTA Online is good, great, even great. I mean, but it's not as good as it could be, and it may in fact be that great one day. That translates to me as we don't want to rate it now because it's crap now.
Are you kidding?
So we'll rate it when it's good. Yeah. Go on IGN and read it up. It's right there.
I don't visit IGN anymore. I gave up on IGN. But I guess I'll go check that out.
You know, the thing is, though, another thing that's really been, bugging me is that a lot of these people, these journalists that they like to call themselves, let their inner fanboy come out, and then they end up saying things that, quite honestly, make no sense, like how
Colin Moriarty.
No. I got an even better one for you guys. Here it comes. Ready? How second screen gaming in a racer is next gen, yet we already saw that on Wii U. But because it's coming out on the PlayStation 4, it's next gen, son. It's next gen.
What?
Yeah, that's
seriously.
Yes, hip hop gamer.
So let me get this straight. We're gonna play with the Vita.
Boy.
Are you really gonna let me go there?
He said that a long time ago.
Yes, I'm gonna let you go there as long as you keep it PG-13.
And gaming.
That's fine.
And gaming.
Shots fired.
And gaming. Because I saw you raring to go on that, so there you go.
And 3, 2, 1, go!
Light the fuse, y'all. Run.
Uh-oh.
You pulling the gamepad out.
Hit the deck!
It's gonna blow!
Okay, hip-hop. First off, I only wish this could really happen. I want a cage match.
Oh, Lord.
I want a cage match. Your belt on the line. Your belt, your radio station, your studio.
Oh, Lord.
Quite frankly, I seen that video, guys, and you know what? It wasn't even the second screen gamepad thing that got me. It was the Need for Speed Rivals best on PS4. PC couldn't even compare. All right. He literally stated in a Titan. He stated that a GTX Titan couldn't run Need for Speed Rivals. But did he show anything in that video to prove that? No, he didn't.
Oh,
he did not.
I'm gonna end up with a migraine before this is through.
Come on.
Hip hop.
Really?
Hip hop. Can I say one bad word, please?
No.
It's the BS word, okay? It's nothing
Just say
terrible.
BS.
Okay, fine. They
Please,
say that on
Mommy.
TV. Go for it.
Yeah, go.
Hip hop, your bullshit alarm should have went off at the very moment that you said that developer just told you that the PC couldn't do it. Because if I'd have been in your shoes, sitting in that studio right there on that couch with them two developers there, and he said that, my first response would have been is how much did Sony pay you to gimp the PC version so they could sell more consoles? And if that's not the case, who built your PC because he's a freaking idiot? Plain and simple. By the way, Nintendo, would you like to come delete my comment off of YouTube like you did earlier this week? Different story.
Lord.
Nevertheless, hip hop.
What?
Ever since you got that studio, ever since you got that big studio in New York, you have become nothing more than a puppet, a corporate lackey. All right? And quite frankly, you're no longer a journalist. You don't have any journalistic credit to you anymore. All you do is spout regurgitated bullshit from these developers and from Sony. Plain and simple. You don't deserve to have that belt. You don't deserve to have that studio. And you damn sure don't deserve to have Hot 97 promoting you because, quite frankly, you're nothing more than a corporate lackey fanboy. I want a cage match. I deserve to be where you're at right now, and I damn sure will tell you this, hip-hop. I would actually have the street credibility to actually ask the tough questions to these developers when they spout that kind of BS. Why can't you?
Mm.
I'm done.
Give me Nate got that street swag.
In scene.
Give me Nate with the street swag.
All right. So now that we got the Woo-Sa moment out.
Anybody else want to pitch into this one?
Shots fired.
I apologize. I just need to get that out there because I've been.
I knew
Hey,
he was
sometimes you just gotta get it off your chest.
You gotta get it up.
So
I'm
he
having
really
to
said
hold him
that.
back.
I
He
can't
wants
believe
So
to
he
you
really
said
said
He
that.
wants to
can't
jump
believe
through the digital airways and go over to hip hop's place and just start tearing up on the place.
I can't believe he said that.
Oh Lord, yes he did. And you know what the funny thing is though? Here's what I don't get. Okay, is that how was he able to say that with a straight face? Some of us here are A+ and Network Plus certified. Others of us here work with technology in one form or another. And some of us over here are just average gamers. And we all know collectively as a group that an optimized game on PC will far outpace and outdo a closed system.
all day.
Well, first of all, you gotta remember how many zeros is on the check. You gotta remember how many zeros on the check. That's how you keep a straight
Well,
face.
Can't
That's
trust none
one
of these
reason,
fools,
and
man.
Quan, the other reason. Well, one reason is money. The other reason is if you bullshit people long enough, you eventually begin to believe yourself.
Very true.
Wow,
Very
that's
true.
That's true.
So true, so true. The thing is, like I said, man, I was like, the BS is strong with this one.
Yes.
I'm just telling you right
He
now.
was drinking that Kool-Aid.
I'm just telling you right now, man. And the thing is, people say that Nintendo's got to come up with something new, and they're doing what they have to do. But they're not going to sit up here and sell us a ton of lies like that, because that right there is an obvious lie. Okay?
Well, see, Nintendo did bring something new, and the developers don't want to use it on Nintendo's system. No, Nintendo can pave the way. They can draw the blueprint. They can have the vision. But once the developers see that vision, have that
Something
Nate?
happened?
back
Nate.
to
Uh-oh.
Nate, hey,
Robot.
technical difficulties.
You good, Nate?
You okay, Nate?
Okay, there's that better.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Apologize. I was starting up Need for Speed The Run, which is basically the same engine that Need for Speed Rivals is going to run on. Except I think Rivals is Frostbite 3, this is Frostbite 2, but Frostbite 3 is nothing more than 2 with the options not turned off. It's still basically the same system. It just utilizes a little bit more.
Wow.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, we can.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead. Keep talking. I'm done.
So anybody got to chime in on this one? Because like I said, though, me personally, I just don't understand how he had enough time to look all this mess up. He had enough time to sit up here and do the research. He had enough time to sit up here and get a full understanding of what he was talking about, but rather than do that,
I mean,
He decided to give EA a proctology exam with his nose.
these
Oh.
I mean,
these fools. I mean, Nintendo will do something, and these fools will mock it, make fun of it, and then when it catches on, they act like Nintendo never came up with that idea.
I mean, yeah, we saw it. We saw it.
We saw it last
Wii.
gen. We saw it.
Yeah.
We saw it.
We
Yeah,
saw
I know,
it.
because
I mean, they
dude,
do it all the time.
Dude, PlayStation Move is innovative. I never
Hey.
seen anything like that before.
Hey,
Yeah, I
you-
never seen 2 Wii remotes with disco balls on them.
Oh, man.
You are the controller. You are the controller, and it's gonna make you feel broken as hell because shit don't work.
Don't forget, you got to recalibrate it every single time.
Well,
Yep.
here's the thing. It was like the gamepad itself. A lot of people like they've been hating on it, but if anybody that actually plays it, once you get used to it, you're gonna have a problem when you go back to
It's
your Xbox
seriously.
and your PS3.
Oh man, I mean, it's so awesome to have. Like if you're like me, I got a family. You know, we share the TV. If I want to have a full console experience, I either have to unhook my system and come up to my office, which I don't like to do, or I can sit there and still be around my family, still play my full-fledged game on the gamepad. I mean, that's just an awesome thing to have. It's just awesome.
And
Okay,
I,
you know-
and
That's
I
just one
promise
feature.
you,
That's just the one feature.
and I promise you, next year you're gonna see. Well, we already seen it. The
Right.
Sony's trying to do it with the Vita. The Vita, it ain't gonna work because I got a Vita. That screen's too small. And on top of that whole crossplay they be talking about, that junk is crap.
It's laggy.
Okay,
It's
you know,
crap.
coming back
So-
to the whole they don't acknowledge Nintendo and their innovations, quote unquote. How many of you here believe that Microsoft Xbox avatars would not exist if not for me?
Oh, come on.
Oh,
I mean, that's
dude,
so
yeah.
obvious.
Dude, that's
So
obvious.
Obvious,
oh,
right?
Lord.
Okay.
Oh.
I was having an argument with someone earlier this week, and hardcore didn't get anywhere, but whatever.
It's very simple. What were the
I'm a dude,
avatars?
bro. I'm a dude, bro. I know what I'm talking about. Okay.
Dude.
That
No,
shit didn't
bro.
happen until after the Wii came out.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay? So
I do have one major problem with the avatars, though. Why the hell do they stand like that?
they stay
yeah,
really,
they
really
kinda,
funky looking.
Yeah,
Questionable.
with one foot kicked up to the side.
Yeah, stands in the stances.
Yeah,
That runway stance.
They got a Vogue.
Sachet,
yeah.
shut.
It's like, hey, I got a Master Chief suit, right, for my avatar, right? I got
Oh, snap.
the entire suit is like, yo, Chief ain't gay. What's up with this?
The only thing missing is RuPaul singing that song. What's it, Supermodel?
It's a random man.
Hey guys, does it look like I'm having an issue playing the run?
No, sir, it does not.
Nah.
All I see is a keyboard.
Yeah, it's really bright, dude. You got to
It's
turn. you
bright,
gotta
but
turn-
I can make out a little thing, some stuff.
yeah, that's the thing. When you got to do it, you got to turn down the contrast on your cam.
I must not
Yeah.
not have a feature going on it because all I see.
Yeah, because it'll look bleached out if you don't do it just right, Nate.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna look washed out.
Well, just a sec.
Okay, he's adjusting it.
Oh, when did Isaac Hayes join the call?
Told me.
Isaac Hayes.
Isaac Hayes.
Isaac Hayes there. I was like, just a sec. I'm like, who's that?
I thought it was Barry White.
We should get
Gotta drop that bass. Gotta drop them-
Okay, can you see it now?
There we go.
Yep.
There we go. Yeah.
All I see is something that look like a sonogram.
Oh, it's not.
That's all I see is a
It's a
sonogram.
boy.
Boy.
It's a boy.
It's a brown baby boy.
So what we gonna name him?
There we go.
Ah, okay, there we go.
It's gonna be a little bit jittery though because you know
Yes.
the frame rate's gonna be low. But we already get the point though.
What is that, Super Nintendo?
Oh,
No.
Like N64 or something.
don't let the haters see this because they're gonna use this whole frame rate thing as the excuse.
Listen, that's on Wii U. That's Wii U footage.
No, man, that's not
Yes,
Wii U
Wii,
footage,
yes,
man.
Wii U.
That is not Wii U footage. That is N64 footage.
Which is the same as Wii U.
Nah, man. Wii U is like 3 N64s duct taped together. You didn't know
Oh,
that?
If the frame rate is not as buttery as Tree Biscuits, then I don't want it.
Matter of fact, even if it is, I still don't want it. I'm not gonna pay for it.
Now,
I'm just gonna complain about it.
I'm just gonna bitch
I
about
don't
it.
want
That's
it.
all.
If it's not in 900p, I don't want it.
If it's not in 4K, I don't see the point of getting it. Even though nobody that I'm around makes that much money.
Yeah, we need a jeweler slope to count pixels.
I will sit up at this TV and count every pixel into my eyes to make sure this is 4K.
Don't they
That
realize
pixel on the
that
monitor. That's it. I don't want it.
you're doing all that, man. You're playing games wrong. You're playing wrong. That's sad. That's some sad stuff. There ain't no gamer stuff. That's terrible.
No, but on a serious note, though, like I said, Need for Speed, it's going to be good. It's going to be good regardless what systems it's on pretty much. The only thing I do believe that's not going to be good is the dual screen gaming. On a tablet, no, there's going to be some sync There's going to be some sync issues. There's going to be some latency problems.
It'd be good on this.
Well,
It'd be
true.
good on this if EA would quit being a bunch of stuck-up bitches.
Okay, let's read it back a bit. But no, pretty much I agree with you there, though, because they already put out Need for Speed. They already saw it was no problem putting it on the Wii U, but we already know. It's neither here nor there. I guess I'll have to get my PS4 in order to play it.
EA games. It ain't on Nintendo.
For that, I'll get it right here on my PC. I will get it on my PC, and I can't wait to get it on my PC. That way I can, because by the time it does come out, I will more than likely have two R9 290Xs sitting in my computer instead of the dual 7870s, which means I'll have basically two cards that each one could beat a single Titan by itself. So let's see here. If it still looks worse than PS4, then the next question that should come out of Hip Hop's mouth that should be accompanied by bang bang shots fired is why did they gimp the PC version? Because if it won't even run on two R290s, yet it'll run on a freaking GIMP 7870, because that's basically what the PS4 has. It has basically one of my GPUs with less stream processors, less TDP power to it. If it'll run on that, it should run on a single full-fledged 7870, much less a Titan.
Well, I mean, you figure there's no reason why it shouldn't run that well at all because of the fact that for a console to run at about 220 to about 250 watts, console, mind you.
Yeah, that's what PS4 is going to be, 250 watts, TDP.
There should be no reason why they have problems running it. You know what I'm saying? It's a tablet. It's basically a tablet that you put onto your TV screen. End the story. I don't care how everybody wants to overblow it. It's the most powerful thing ever. It's an overblown tablet processor. That's it. That's pretty much what it
Jeff
is.
Keighley.
Oh, man.
It's supposed to be a supercomputer.
You can also do your taxes.
This segment was brought to you by Mountain Dew and Doritos.
Oh man.
Oh, product placement.
Not to mention MGM's The Hobbit, The Desolation of Smaug.
Coming to your theater near you.
Hey, can we go on to the next topic? My topic?
Okay, go for it, sir.
My topic is brought to you by what's it called? Game Informer magazine. It's actually something I was thinking about because I've got a couple of subscribers lately, and I noticed that these subscribers are straight up Nintendo haters, and I was trying to figure out some things, and but basically there's an article in there, the new Game Informer, talking about the angry I guess the new psyche of these of gamers today, the vitriolic anger that they put towards these companies. That's very new, and it's a really good article. I think everybody should read it if you haven't read it already. It's basically talking about why gamers can't seem to enjoy playing video games anymore, and everything that happens is met with vitriol and anger. So I just wanted to see what y'all thought about
that
situation.
That is a very good one, and I've noticed though, like I said, most of the ones that I've seen actually do this are people that are click hungry. That's about it. But an honest gamer, the last time I seen a fight break out at a GameStop was never.
I mean, like basically, I guess basically we're talking about the keyboard warriors.
Oh, damn.
We put up a video about video games, and I guess it boiled over with the whole Microsoft policies that came out recently, and that the article was talking about that to some degree, and they just anger, like the wanting to kill people based on video games.
I'm gonna
Oh.
give you my shot on this. Is it's simple. These people have issues in their own personal lives, and they look to the only source they can to vent all of this anger and anxiety they have in their personal lives. Say, okay, I'm gonna go mess with this dude I obviously don't know because there's no ramifications for me doing so. But it's as I said in a previous video, none, and I do mean none, 0.0% of these people would say what they would say over the net to your face. That is
Guaranteed.
negative. They will
course
never do
That's
it
very true.
because
Guaranteed.
they run a risk of actually getting hurt.
Exactly.
So
And the guy in the article mentioned that. He said, obviously, the internet provides some bit of safety for people who would never say the type of things they say to your person in their face.
Well, because I think I know what article you're talking about, and some of that stuff I understand where they were coming from, but don't you think a lot of this stuff is brought on by these same journalists? I'm like, if you sit up there and you calling people out, but then you get mad when somebody comments back to you on a video,
Oh, no doubt about it. No doubt about
and
it.
but you started it, and now you can't take it because now they're threatening you. I'm like,
Especially if you're a journalist who's
Yeah,
supposed to be
you're supposed to be
middle of
unbiased.
the road, who's supposed to
You're supposed to be a journalist. A gaming journalist is
Objective.
supposed to be
Hey,
objective and unbiased.
Can I break this up real quick?
Yeah.
Go for
I can say right now, without a shadow of a doubt, there is nobody on any of the major sites right now that is unbiased. 10 years ago, I could definitely say that it was possible, but now, clearly, you can
Agreed.
clearly see bias.
Yeah.
You know,
And my thought is, like you mentioned earlier, just click revenue. I think that has a lot to do with it. They know that the drama is what draws the clicks, the views, and I think that I know
That's why I don't
Fox
feed
News
to it.
gets blamed for everything.
Secondly, to add on to Fox's point, he said 10 years ago they at least tried to hide the bias. The reason why they're not doing that is because, one, as T said, it draws revenue, it draws clicks. But more importantly, persons would, how do I put this? They would call them out on their nonsense, but now they don't. They just let it slide. So
Now they're all in on it.
Yeah.
Right. It's about getting that access, and you don't want to mess up your access to these publishers and developers, because if you say some bad things about it, you might not get that next story. You might not get that next,
Yeah.
And
Let's
they
put
don't
it-
wanna lose that
let's put it
access.
this way. Everybody knows who Jeff Keighley is, right?
Mm-hmm.
He always attempts to try to call anything that Reggie says on the fly. Have you seen him do anything like that to anybody else?
Never saw him do it
nobody.
to Jack Trenton. Never saw him
No.
do it to anybody from Microsoft.
never.
Hey.
Well,
Can I be Nostradamus for a sec?
Yes, sir.
Please do.
I want to make a prediction, and this is a very serious prediction. That if the gaming community as a whole, and this includes journalists, gaming sites, journalists, people on YouTube, the people that comment in the comment sections, if we don't all stop this, as you put it, vitriolic pissing contest, if we can't all come together and find the good in every system, which is something that somebody that I addressed earlier used to say on his channel. He said, I've seen him say it many times, that it's better to be unbiased and to find the good in all games, not just talk about the bad. If we can't all do that as a whole, which y'all know I've said this in videos before, Gamers Unite, I truly meant it. If we don't all come together and start supporting all the games, all the systems, and enjoying our hobby, and quit bitching and yelling and cussing and moaning about our hobby, quit trying to make people look like they're inferior, messing with Nintendo fans or messing with Sony fans or messing with Xbox fans, and if video game journalists don't start doing fair coverage of every system, it's not going to be the gaming industry that causes the next gaming industry crash. It's going to be us. It's going to be us, the fans, us, the game reviewers, all of us combined, because all we do is sit there and not even actually play our games.
Nate, let me tell you guys a little story, right? Hang on.
You get what I'm saying, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Now, this was way before I started my channel, started making videos. It was under a different name, under a different account. I'm just going to give you a snippet of the conversation. It was between myself and a what you would refer to as a Sony pony.
Oh,
So,
God.
yeah.
That's what
so-
you would refer to as a Sony pony, not me.
So essentially, it boiled down to a Nintendo versus Sony discussion. Now, I was willing to be the bigger man. I said, you know what, dude? I used to like Sony for what they did. If they did the things that I liked about them once more, I would gladly jump on. Can you say the same about Nintendo? You claim to be a Nintendo fan. You had the NES. You had the Super Nintendo. He proved this to me. He showed me screenshots of his collection, which he still owns. So, you know, I was willing to be the bigger man. I was willing to take the high road. This guy then takes the opportunity to come back in another post, which is about 24 hours late. So I see it in my inbox, and he's like, yo, you some kind of, oh boy, how do I put this? I don't want to say any bad words, because we've reached our quota for that tonight.
Thanks to Nate.
Hey, I kept it.
Damn, I was trying to hear you.
Thank you very much.
Right. So he's like, all right, are you some kind of coward? You know, you're running away from the fight. I'm like, I wasn't aware this was a fight. I was thinking this was some kind of, you know, logical discussion. We're just having, you know, an exchange of words. And he goes on and on and on. He continues to call me out. Now, a part of me was like, you know what, dude, just ignore him. Just walk away. He's lost, you know. He admitted it already. Another part of me is like, you know, mess his fool up. That was the other part of me. Okay, so literally, that's what's going on in everyone's mind. You try to go the high route. You try to come together. You try to unite. But, I mean, who is really going to sit down? I mean, talking pride here. Who is going to sit down at a public forum such as the internet, such as YouTube, and watch somebody spit in their face and say, oh, yes, master, more? Who is going to do that? Right? So, you know, you defend yourself, you come out, and it turns into this back and forth pissing contest, as you said. But
recently, I was accosted like that on a couple of posts here, and it was one of the whole, "Hey, you must be a Nintendo apologist or something to that effect." And I'm like, "What would make you think that?" And they said, "Well, every post that I've seen on here is you defending Nintendo." Okay, was that also a post where somebody was attacking Nintendo? He was like, "Yeah." And you only go to Nintendo posts where you see me, right? Yeah. Okay. I want you to look at my channel. If I gave you access to it, you would notice that I'm also part of a information technology channel on here where I make the majority of my posts because it's about enterprise IT. So if there's anything that I do the most on Google Plus, it is not talking about Nintendo. And, you know, right after that, there's no more replies. You know
what? You want to know what I
usually how
find
I go,
funny?
ain't it?
Yeah.
You know what I find funny is me being the kind of person I am. You know, I'm eventually going to have a PlayStation 4 sitting next to my Wii U and an Xbox One sitting next to my Wii. I've already got my kick-ass gaming PC. And once I get those next two consoles and get them next to there, then I'm going to go back out and I'm going to finally pick up another PS3, pick up an Xbox 360, and I'm going to start working my way back. But see, the thing is, I want to be able to have the best of everything. And so these people that sit there and get on YouTube and be like, hey, Mr. Troll, Nintendo sucks, Nintendo's kidding, Nintendo has no games, Wii U has no games. You know what?
Mario?
If all you have,
Mario?
If all you have is Sony, then you have no games. If all you have is Microsoft, then you have no games.
They got
If all you have is a Nintendo Wii U, then you have no games. But if you have at least one more console besides your primary, you got games. And if you got two more consoles besides your primary, you damn sure got games. I can't stand these freaking as Miss K likes to say, these one-dimensional people.
Multi-class.
I've never had only one console. NES, I had a Master System, and I had a 5200 during that era. Super Nintendo era, I had a Sega Genesis, and I was a PC guy. N64, I had a Sega Saturn, and I was on PC. Yeah, I've always had more than one system, and a lot of this crap comes from fools who can't afford another system. You know, either they can't afford it or they too young. You know, they 12, 13 years old, and that's all they mama do is buy them one system. So you can't get into arguments with those fools. It's just a waste of time.
Hey, see, you know, the thing is, this harkens back to another argument I had with someone. Let's just put it shortly. It ended when I showed him my Xbox 360 gamer score. Crickets.
Mhm.
Nothing more to say. Crickets.
They
Yeah, I'm
just
telling
can't
you, man.
fathom. They can't fathom the idea that you might choose Nintendo as your favorite console, your favorite game maker, but
But
yet
you
you
still
still
play
can
everything.
like other game systems and other consoles too. I mean, they just can't seem to fathom that. It doesn't work for them.
Because I'm
That's
sitting
because
with all three of
that's
them.
because they're a damn drone. You're a drone when you only have one way of thinking. That's how it
Hey,
works.
hey,
You know,
Pete,
it might-
very simple.
It might piss off some Nintendo gamers, but I really wish PlayStation or Sony and Microsoft would have copied Nintendo and brought controllers with a freaking touchscreen pad in the middle.
They're
I
going
really
to-
do wish.
That's a lot easier.
Yeah, it's
They're
awesome.
going
That would
to.
advance the
I
whole
love it.
industry. I would have no problem with that.
Hey, see, it's very simple. Coming back to your talk about drones, right quick. The reason why they're so obsessed with 8 gigs of RAM is because, well, they don't have that much. That's why they can't handle, multiple systems. They need
I
more
got
RAM.
every PS4, Xbox One beat. I got 16 gigs of RAM,
I'm sitting on 12.
12.
and I got 2 GPUs running Crossfire. Whoa!
Okay. Yo, don't tell them that, man. You break the dreams. You break the heart.
They're in a bubble, and to them, that's the greatest thing you could ever have. Because they're in that little bubble of this is my one system, and it's great.
Odds
That's
are
great.
they would have the same system as Nate and still play Minecraft.
You know,
Here's the thing that I find funny about that, because I remember having those same little arguments and stuff with people, but I did notice something. When they ever got around to actually playing a Nintendo console, they would never leave your house.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
When you were in
Exactly.
college, okay, so I came in college in '98. So I had a 64. Why
Same
did
here.
I get Perfect Dark and GoldenEye?
Oh
Yep.
God.
Cat stayed in my room. I'm like, y'all need to get out. I need to go to sleep.
And
But they
hey,
hate
don't forget
Nintendo.
the wrestling games. Don't forget
Yeah.
WrestleMania
Freaking,
2000.
You know,
man.
WrestleMania 2000.
Yeah.
Never left.
Hey,
Happy
come on.
You know, it really comes down to this. The people who are saying they want Nintendo out of the business, measure the numbers of those guys up against the ones that say that they want Nintendo to go out of business and they want the games Nintendo makes to disappear entirely, versus the guys who said they want Nintendo out, but they want the games on their platform.
On their exactly.
Yeah.
They want Nintendo to go third party, so they ain't got to get that system.
Well, see,
Hey, so speaking of that,
What
speaking of
difference
that,
does
to
it
an
make?
aside-
Get the system already. Stop being lazy.
Speaking of that, to an aside, what is going on with people in the industry actually having that opinion?
That's the
You have
problem.
people like
Mhm.
you have David Jaffe, you have multiple people. I want to say almost everybody, but maybe one person at IGN.
Are they
that
all
really
American?
thinking the same way. They want them to be gone.
I mean,
I'm like, okay, if you
you
want
want-
them to be gone, but you
If-
want
if-
them to be third party.
If I want to play
You want
Halo,
Nintendo to take the one thing that they have, their games.
Mhm.
You know, the one advantage they have over everybody else is their games, and you want them to get.
Yep.
I
here's
mean,
the
that doesn't make
thing.
any sense.
So my
Here's the
question
thing.
is, if that happened, how would that better the games for Nintendo? If
Here's the funny thing about that. Okay, say for some odd reason Nintendo lost all their money next year and they have to go third party. If you're EA and you're Activision and you're
You
Ubisoft,
sweating.
do you really want that?
You sweating?
Do you really want that? Do you really want to sit up there and
No,
have
you don't.
Nintendo
That's
as a
the thing
third party, knowing
No,
that they can
they
drop
already
at any
complained.
point
that's
in
the
time?
reason why
They
they
already
ain't on
complained that
Nintendo
they can't
platforms to
compete.
begin with.
They
Yeah.
can't compete on Wii U. They can't compete on Nintendo systems. They already complained they can't compete against Nintendo games on Nintendo systems. Why would they want that competition on the system they
And
choose? I mean,
And that's why they mentioned pushing them to iOS. They don't want them on
yeah.
Microsoft
Go
or
to mobile
Sony systems.
phones.
They want them to be on
Hey,
iOS
Quan?
or
You see,
PC.
that's just the entire thing. If I want to play Halo, I'll buy an Xbox. I already have a 360. It's probably the one thing that's gonna get me to go out buy an Xbox One next year or whenever that comes out, right? You know, if I want to play God of War, whatever, I probably buy a PS4, whatever they have over there. I don't sit up here and say, okay, I wish Microsoft goes out of business so I could get Halo on the Wii U.
That would actually
No.
make more.
That
Can I
is-
say something right here? The only way, hold on a second, the only way that I would buy an Xbox as quickly as humanly possible instead of dragging my feet to get an Xbox would be if they tried their best. And I don't mean Microsoft best. I mean if they tried their best to actually put out some decent rare titles.
They're not going to
Yeah.
do that.
They're
That's
not
their
gonna do
team.
that.
That's
Yeah.
not
They're developers. They don't
That
have.
is not.
It doesn't. The thing is, I know this is going to sound like sacrilege. I already know they don't have the same developers. Come on now. damn it, they could at least try something. They got the IPs, put them to use,
Come on.
man.
What
They
you're asking
tried,
for,
man.
is
tried.
another Wanda Gamelon. That's what you're asking for.
No.
That's
Yes,
what
you are.
it'll-
Because
you're trying to
Connect,
get.
Connect
Only
makes everything
Nintendo.
better.
Link was kidnapped.
Nintendo and Rare are the only company, and Sega maybe, are the only companies that are good at making those type of games that you
One,
want from Rare.
They tried to bring these games already. That's why we got Banjo, Nuts and Bolts.
We
That's
got
why we
Perfect
got
Dark,
Perfect Dark.
garbage.
I don't want to go down that road again,
We
man.
don't
Those
need,
games
yeah, we
hurt.
don't need that
Hey,
anymore.
to be fair, the Connect Sports game is okay. It is
Hey
decent.
guys,
The what?
Okay, I
Connect
will
Sports.
give you that.
Oh, I
hey,
never.
hey guys.
I will give you that. But you see, with Rare making Connect Sports, the way that makes me feel is like all of a sudden Michael Jackson singing Justin Bieber songs.
Yeah,
Good
it's-
point.
this is
Good
now
point.
the future. of Rare.
Exactly.
That's the future.
That's a good analogy. That's
They're done.
All right, what was that, Nate?
All right, everybody click on my box. I want you to see something real quick. And I want to bring this up because
I've been looking at it for a while. I wonder what it was.
you see where it says your post contained hateful or bullying content, so it was removed. This happened a day ago, okay? I want you to see the post. I don't know if you follow me on Meverse or not, but if you've probably seen the post where it says, to any and all who skip this game over $20, you're an idiot for doing so. This game is the very definition of the Wii U Advantage and is a masterpiece to this series. PC quality visuals. Buy this. It doesn't show the rest of the post.
The red flag was you're an idiot.
Idiot.
yeah, you're
Yeah,
an idiot.
yeah.
That's the
They deleted it because you're an idiot comment, which was not really meant to be hateful, bullying, or any sort of way. It was merely making a statement to the quality of the game. The post had over 30 yes and almost 25 to 30 comments already, all
Nate,
positive,
Nate,
no arguing.
Nate,
And they
that's
deleted
why they hit it, because you had so many yeahs on it. I've already made posts with idiot in it and other comments also, and they haven't been banned. Unless it gets attention, they're not even really going to look at it.
And
So
it's
you're
also
telling me
if-
You
context.
drew attention
It's
to
also the
yourself.
context.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's the context of it.
You got to look at it this way, Nate. Odds are, how many people, if that post was to get large enough, will call you out for calling them an idiot and then start flaming you back?
Yeah, because a lot of people
Now,
didn't
the
buy the
reason
game
why-
for certain reasons, you know.
the reason why they deleted this, I believe someone might have flagged the comment
Someone
and
probably
brought
flagged it,
attention
yeah.
to it. That's what happened.
Somebody
Yeah.
flagged it.
And they're gonna nip it in the bud at off the rip. I mean, they really will do that.
Well, my whole point is, should it have been deleted? Because the entire
No.
the entire
No,
context of the post was a positive post.
Oh yeah, it should have been deleted, but
I think they're thinking about the future. What's going to be the next few posts in your
Exactly.
in there?
Hey,
You know,
Nate, the bottom line is not all moderators are built equal.
no.
Exactly.
Well,
and
especially
it's
now,
to that moderator's discretion.
See, they may not have a problem with what was actually in your post, but they worried about if we let this go, what's the next thing going to be?
Mhm.
You're a
And it-
moron, then you're just flat out
Exactly.
stupid.
They're not gonna have
You're
that
retarded,
Microsoft
then.
problem. They're not gonna have that Xbox Live
No,
problem
no,
where
no,
people
they
calling
ain't gonna.
people all out their name and stuff. They're not
Right.
finna do that.
And then you're
So
gonna see the
I
racial
can respect that. I can respect that.
Yeah, then you're gonna see the racial statements. Then you're gonna
Yeah.
see the statements against people's sexual preference. Then
Yeah.
people's
I mean,
mothers.
they
gonna-
just worried about the slippery slope. That's all they worried about.
Yeah.
I can't really.
Alright.
Yeah,
Hey,
it's
hey,
messed up because it
scroll
was a
back
good
up.
post, but
You see,
Well, I
this post-
ended up reposting the post they deleted, and I put it as, to any and all it is foolishness to skip this game over $20. It is the very definition of the Wii U Advantage and a masterpiece of a game. PC quality graphics, great gamepad support. Notice I'm now at 17 yes so far,
Did it get
and I went
deleted?
ahead and posted 2 more comments underneath to it, said, stating why I had to repost. And then I put in there, which, they ain't said nothing yet, but Nintendo, you won a war, you got it. Reggie, I'm going to be calling next week. Be ready to talk. And
Oh,
after,
Lord.
starting Monday, all of next week, I'm going to be calling every single day, at least once an hour, till I get Reggie Fils-Aimé on the phone, because this crap needs to change. I understand trying to protect kids and keep things peaceful and stuff, but if you can't read the entire comment and take it in context to take and make a judgment, if you're going to just delete it off of one word, that is a problem, because things within context if it was in the context of bullying, I would understand. But it wasn't. The context of it was a positive post for the game.
What you're saying is the people who didn't buy that game are idiots. I mean, that is the gist of what you're saying, and that's how people are going to take it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, that and here's the other thing too. It may have not been a real moderator that did it. It may have just been a spider that pulled it up.
My name is Reggie Fils-Aimé.
They may have banned it just off the word idiot.
I wrote some kind of
His ear
similar.
better be ready next week, I promise you.
I made a post about what is it? Wonderful 101. I said if you don't have this game, you're using your Wii U wrong, and I got 60. I got 60 years for that. 60. So it's just you gotta know how you gotta be mindful of how you say things.
If someone took offense to that and they flagged it, it very well might have gotten removed.
That's true.
I mean, yeah.
Well, whoever took offense to that needs to take and go get some mental help.
Dude, again,
Just
and then if you
don't
type that
don't type that, yeah.
Yeah, please don't type that. Please don't type that.
Dude, you gotta give it time. I told you already. You gotta give it time for the whole entire Miiverse to actually grow and mature. For them to actually start segmenting Miiverse into communities between adults and children. The so-called anything goes section versus the moderated heavily section.
Right, because you gotta realize Nintendo ain't been doing this a year yet, really.
Yeah.
I
mean, it becomes a year and a couple
They ain't been
weeks.
around like Microsoft and Sony doing this.
And
They still working the
Microsoft,
kinks out.
and Microsoft and Sony still let stuff go.
Exactly.
Yes, they do.
Okay,
Well-
let's put it this way, Nate. If this place was as unmoderated as other sources on the internet, it would just be another place that we would all want to avoid.
Exactly.
I love going
I
to
get that
Miiverse,
point.
I ain't gonna lie.
I love going to Miiverse, and it's just
Yeah.
it's gonna be cool, it's gonna be calm. People gonna be talking about games. That's all I want.
Exactly.
I mean, I don't want to go over there and some dude is telling me he's gonna have sexual relations with my grandmother.
No, Lord.
Yeah.
Again and again and again and again.
Again and again.
I mean, dude. I mean, with all due respect, if you're gonna do that, you're gonna need a shovel.
Oh,
Sorry to
Lord.
tell you.
I told him that. I told him you must be a necrophiliac or something, because that's the only way you're gonna do that.
I'm just, like I said, though, that's just the bottom line, though, as far as that goes. You give like I said, the community a chance to mature first and then pass judgment on it. It hasn't been around anywhere. People are spoiled by how long, let me see, Xbox Live's been around, how long...
2001.
Yeah, and how long PlayStation's
2002,
community's been around, and how long PlayStation's community's been around. People take for granted that, and they take for granted how long Twitter, Facebook, and all this, and expect Nintendo to be right there.
And it's fine that you might be upset about Nintendo not being there too. That's fine. That's a fine gripe to have. I have no problem with that. But knowing that they're not there yet, you gotta give them some leeway. You gotta give them some time.
Yeah. Just let them, because like I said, I enjoy going to Miiverse. I do have a funny story about Miiverse that I posted to the community the other day. I thought it was hilarious, but I like going to the Miiverse because all that drama ain't there. It
Right,
just
that's
ain't there.
why I'm going to Miiverse.
Yeah.
No drama. I know ain't gonna be no drama.
Yeah, I can go ask a question, somebody get right back to me if I'm stuck.
Pretty
Exactly.
much.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what though?
Can-
I have a comment that I actually posted on Miiverse that I kind of want to talk to you guys about, if I could, real quick.
Go for it.
It was actually a problem I solved myself, and you guys may run into this also if you guys are on the Virtual Console. So I made a post on Virtual Console asking somebody, hey, I'm playing. I downloaded Super Turbo, part of that little promotion that Capcom had going or whatever, right? So I'm playing the game and I'm like, why can't I do any special moves? So I go and I post that on Capcom on the Miiverse, and immediately somebody responded back like, dude, it's no glitches on my end, so it must be you, So I started figuring around. I started thinking. I'm like, oh my God, I know what I did. I put in the Capcom code. In that game, when you put in the Capcom code down R up LYB, instead of giving you special costumes and things like that in most of the other Capcom games, it locks special moves for both players.
Thanks for telling me that.
Now here's where the problem lies. You can't power off a system in Virtual Console, which is the only way you can make that code go away on that game. So I was stuck every time I started that game in the resume mode. without being able to do any special moves because that code was always active since it could never power off. So
Oh.
yeah, so I ended up solving my own problem. And here's the long way around to get it to work. You have to go into the system settings, go all the way to memory management, find the file under your account under the Wii U, and delete just the save content for that Virtual Console title. That's powering off the Virtual Console.
Oh, so just that save content then.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I'm glad that you shared that story because this is a problem that needs to be fixed.
Yeah, and I posted it on Miiverse, and I got a couple of years on it, but a lot of people need to pay attention to that because that could be an issue for a lot.
Oh, now I'm gonna tell people, be like, dude, you want to see something really cool?
Don't do that. You start trolling people.
Lock yourself in this code.
That's kind of like in PC gaming. Sometimes people tell you to take and hit Alt and F4 at the same time.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
Actually, I do got something. It's not really a topic, more of a, I guess you call it a warning.
Go for it.
To everybody that's gonna be pre-ordering or have already pre-ordered your Xbox One and your PS4, you guys need to read. You don't need to listen to anybody. You don't need to listen to any hype man. You don't need to listen to that. You need to read. There are a lot of features that's not going to be available at launch that you think are going to be available at launch, and you're going to be pissed off when you get your game system and this doesn't work and that doesn't work. Read up on your systems that you plan on getting. Understand that the share mechanic that they're bragging about, you're not going to be able to share an entire 30-minute gaming episode. On Sony, it's only going to be 45 seconds. On Xbox One, it's like the last minute of gameplay if you hit that share button. You just need to know that. Another thing is, I remember I was reading some comments on YouTube. People think that the Xbox 360 and the PS3 are going to be going the way of the Ghost in 2014. That is not true. It's not going to be going the way of the Ghost until at least 2016 at the latest. This comes from representatives from Sony and Microsoft. So if you think that you're not going to have an issue, or you think that Xbox One and Sony PS4 is going to sell like 80 million copies in week one, you're wrong.
You're
wrong.
If that happens, that's a bunch of stupid people.
Yeah. So a lot of people. The reason why I'm saying this is a lot of people are gonna go in and get these consoles, and they're gonna get mad. They're gonna feel like they've been lied to. But you have to read. If you read and research your console, because right now, if you go out and buy a console at launch, and this goes for any console, you're a glorified beta tester. That is what you are.
That's true.
You are a glorified beta tester. I don't care what Jeff Keighley tell you. I don't care what Michael Pachter tell you. You are a glorified beta tester. That's all you are. You're gonna have to.
But the Xbox One has no load times ever.
Yeah,
ever.
you're gonna have to. You're gonna have to do patches. Oh, and on the Xbox One thing, real quick. If you have unreliable internet, I'm telling you right now, you got a glorified paperweight. You have to register it. You have to let it go all the way through. This has already been said. If you do not have reliable internet, you have a $500 paperweight sitting there. So people, if you stay in rural areas, if you stay in a rural area that doesn't have a good internet connection, if you get that gaming system, please be advised that you are buying a paperweight, because if it can't go through the registration process all the way through, it's not gonna work.
Don't let your babies grow out.
Exposed.
So that's just me being. I just want everybody to know, because me personally, I'm probably gonna get a PS4, but it's probably not gonna be till at least like 2015 at the earliest, because I've been burned by Sony in the past with buying their stuff close to launch. Melting HDMI cords and all. So
Wow.
I'm just telling people.
That's the new yellow light up there.
Yellow light there. I was gonna say YLOD.
Yeah, I just want to let people know. You know, look, I understand y'all happy, y'all hyped up. You can't wait for your 8 gigs. Be careful, all right?
Hey,
Just read
that's the
and
that's
be
the AAA
careful.
game right there. 8 gigs.
Yeah, that
Just
new
to add
game.
on to what,
Not to be
Jay
confused with Cutscene the game. Not
Yeah.
to be confused. Starring Ellen Page. Starring Ellen Page.
you mean Beyond Two Cutscenes?
Beyond
Shots
Two
fired. Shots
Cutscenes.
fired.
Hold on. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about Last of Us.
Oh yeah.
That
My
cutscene
bad.
game.
I'm sorry. all
That
all
cutscene
shit-
again.
There's so many of them, I can't keep
So
up.
many Ellen Page games.
Hey, look,
Interactive movies.
I'm sorry, dude. I kind of agree with Ellen Page. She had every right to get mad.
I
Naughty
agree
Dog did that
completely.
joke on purpose. I'm sorry.
100%. I agree 100%. She was justified in being upset because that girl looked just like her.
And talk like her.
And
I'm
talk
like,
like
Naughty
her
Dog,
too.
come on,
Act
man.
like her, everything.
Come on,
Let's
man.
be real.
Y'all told her to
Just
come in and take a picture.
to add on to what
You
Jay's
gotta
saying.
wonder. You gotta wonder. At some point, they were trying to cast her. You
Yeah.
gotta wonder.
Yeah, I told you, they were trying to cast her.
Yeah,
and she was
yeah.
in the other game. And she
Yeah,
had
but
time.
she couldn't do it.
Persons who are going to buy these consoles, look, no hate, no bias. I am not telling you don't buy these consoles. Please do not misunderstand me when I say this. But just wait 6 months. Buy it a little way down the line. The games are not going anywhere. Killer Instinct is still going to be available.
No,
Halo
I
is
want it now.
obviously
I
coming.
I want them to buy it. I
Okay.
want them
All
to
this
buy it.
720p
I mean,
glory.
do you really want to go out there and buy an Xbox One at launch, given that, okay, the ventilation and all that is like hyped up, it's better, but do you want to go out there only to find out that they never fixed the launch issues from the 360? Do you want to be one of those persons that this happens to again? No, you do not. I'm going to answer that question for you.
I want to see
Okay?
it.
All I'm saying is, you do not want to get burned twice by fire before realizing that it's friggin' hot.
But
That's all
the
I'm
haptic
saying.
feedback on the triggers.
No, I want to see this. I want them to go out there and buy them systems because I want to see the damage control.
Oh, there's gonna be a
I want
lot.
the damage control videos.
Well, see-
I want to see it.
And the other reason why I'm saying it, because let's just be real here. The last time they had Sony and Microsoft had consoles, and I know they don't have anything to do with these midnight launches, but people be acting foolish. People getting robbed at gunpoint. I'm like, this is ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
So I want people to be. And another thing, if you done pre-ordered the system, why are you at a midnight launch? They got to hold it for 48
They
hours.
gotta hold it.
Why are you at a midnight
Don't
launch?
go out there
That
and get
I've
killed.
never done.
Yeah,
that I've
I'm
never
going
done.
in
I just show
there
up the
in
next
daylight
day.
with lots of witnesses.
And
Some
a
of them
weapon.
is they're going to tell you that.
Witnesses and a weapon.
The reason-
Speaking of the exact opposite of launches,
I want to before you go into that. I just want to say real quick. Speaking of midnight launches, my GameStop they're doing the midnight launch for I believe it's Assassin's Creed. But they told me to come out there, for Sonic Lost Worlds. So I'm gonna be at that. I don't know if they're gonna be filming or not, but I just want to throw that out there.
okay.
All right,
Okay.
cool.
Now, real quick, guys, I would like to prepare a goodbye for a dear old friend,
Hmm?
the Nintendo Wii.
Oh yeah.
The Nintendo
You're right.
Wii. Round of applause, everybody,
This-
for
Yeah.
a job well done. Round
Yay.
of applause.
Yeah.
It's
Nintendo
dead
Wii.
now, even though it's still being sold in the
It's
U.S.
still we already know that that one person that didn't buy it probably will buy it on Black Friday.
They
That
will.
one person that does not have a Wii, I don't care who sits up here and calls it kitty. Practically, come on, 100 million plus sold. You know damn well somebody around here
Hey,
talking
Con.
smack about it has it.
Hey, Quan.
Yep.
Hey, Mom, Dad, I want a Wii U. Christmas morning, unboxing the Wii.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna
Not a
happen.
regular Wii. It'll be the red Wii or it'll be the blue Wii from Walmart.
Yep.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. The one with no online connection.
Oh Lord.
Wii Mini. Oh man, that's terrible. That's gonna be terrible.
Shoot, I felt bad for the ones that didn't even have the GameCube connectivity.
Yeah, 'cause that's bad. That's one of the best features of the system.
Oh Lord.
And while we on that, I know people like to pretend to hate, as I like to call it. A lot of people's like, well, yeah, I like backward compatibility. I like some of my old games. Do you not realize the only gaming console that actually provides full backward compatibility is the freaking Nintendo's?
Yeah,
Mhm.
starting with the Wii.
So
Well, the
basically,
DS,
you
actually.
can every system that is I'd say since Wii, because they did it on the DS2 as well.
Yeah,
well,
DS
certain
and
versions
Game Boy
of DS.
Advance.
Yeah, so they actually have been doing that recently, where you can play the whatever their last gen was on the new system. Yet you don't have a problem with Microsoft and Sony making you sit there and they don't give a way for you to play your old games on the new system. You have to keep your old system, and then they trip when you ask them to put it on their digital services.
And these are the same people that were complaining because the Wii U didn't have GameCube backwards compatibility.
Yeah.
I would have liked it. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, that's another problem with that is Nintendo they kind of let the cat out the bag a little bit. They're doing a GameCube virtual console.
Yeah, that's got to be the explanation for the Eternal Darkness thing.
Because I promise you, when it goes live, Eternal Darkness is gonna probably be the first game that's on it.
Oh Lord, I'm definitely gonna get that again because then I can give my original copy to my niece.
I've been giving that to your niece.
I've been giving her all my old GameCube games because she's got the old Wii.
How old is she?
She's going on 20.
Okay, good. Because that game, I'm sorry, Eternal Darkness will mess with your head.
Yeah,
especially if you play it at night.
Silent Hill Shattered Memories messes with your head.
Not as bad as Eternal Darkness did. Eternal Darkness had me thinking it was deleting my memory card. I'm sorry. I'm doing a 3-hour gameplay, and all of a sudden my insanity meter get too low, and all I see is GameCube file deleting, and it showed all my files deleting. I'm trying to yank the thing out I'm yanking the controller out. I'm trying to cut it off.
The first game that trolled the player.
They actually trolled you.
Now here's the other thing too. The further you get into the game, the more likely it is. It's basically a dice roll. The more likely it is for the sanity effects to stack. So it is possible for you to be playing upside down with your head shrinking
and your legs falling off
and the
sinking into the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't you miss games that actually used to do that? I mean, like Metal Gear, Twin Snake.
The original Resident Evil 2.
Thinking outside the box.
Think outside the box.
Yeah. Where this I can't remember what his name is. Psycho Mantis, right? That's the name.
Yeah, Psycho Mantis, yeah.
Yeah, and he used to read your memory card. He's like, "Hey, you play Smash Brothers." I'm like, "What the fuck?" that was my reaction. I was like, "What the? Okay."
See, you like Zone of the Enders.
No, I mean, I'm totally freaked out at this point. And then he tells you, well, if you have the Rumble Pack for the N64, put your controller on the ground. I'm gonna show you my power. I'm gonna rumble your controller left. I'm like, what the hell?
Crazy. What do they call it? The fourth wall?
Yeah.
I love that stuff.
I missed that. Yeah.
Dude, let me tell you something right now, though. You know that Nintendo, they patented the whole insanity effect thing, right?
Yeah.
They patented the whole. We're getting someone yelling. They patented the whole insanity
Yes,
effect.
my dad being loud.
Somebody hammer. He wanted hammer.
But getting back to
No keep touches.
Okay.
I like big butts, and I cannot like.
Okay.
Ditto.
Okay, then can we get back to gaming now?
Yes. Please.
That's gaming.
Not that kind of gaming.
Sir Mix-a-Lot's a gamer, I guarantee it.
Yeah. We'll get to him when he talks video games. Okay?
Yeah, as you say.
Alrighty then. So, like I said though, we're going to get back to the whole thing about, the Nintendo Wii bidding it a goodbye. Already in Europe, already in Japan, they're saying adieu. So I think that this is going to be the final holiday season in the U.S. where people are actually going to be able to purchase a Wii in the U.S. Odds are.
Sorry, I think they should let it die globally and let the Wii U be the central console for them.
I get it.
This holiday.
I agree.
They'll make too much money off the Wii though this holiday though.
Yeah,
money.
That's the only reason why they haven't canceled it yet.
One thing about this topic, who among us who has a YouTube channel is going to do a whole farewell video about the Wii?
I'm thinking about it.
I was considering making a good
I can't do that because I can't do it because my Wii will live on in my Wii U. I'm still playing Wii games. I can't say farewell to something I'm still playing.
You can say farewell to the console.
No. Mr. T's gonna do that. No, what it is Mr. T. He's afraid he's gonna get Conte ID match when he ends up putting Boyz II Men's "It's So Hard" to say goodbye.
I just can't let it go. I can't let it go. I still got Atari 2600. I can't let him go.
How long has this podcast been going on for now?
Oh, it's been going on for a minute. We're about to wrap it up.
Yeah,
That's the last topic. We're on a marathon binge because of the fact that we weren't on last week.
We got to make up. Yeah, we make
Hell,
up.
I've been having so much fun. I lost track of time. I was just wondering.
No, I
Yeah.
was letting everybody wrap up their topics, and then I was gonna segue into the whole. Okay, well, it's that time once again. So,
Oh man.
and we
This is
enjoy
damn
each other's
good.
company. We enjoy each other's company. That's a good thing. All right. So, does anybody have one last topic before we wrap it up?
Let's do mine. We'll do a quick one.
Go for it.
All right, so here's the thing. I want everybody to pick 2 franchises from systems long past that you missed that you wish would make a return. So I'll go first here. My very first and biggest request would be Panzer Dragoon. It's one of my favorite series. Panzer Dragoon Saga is probably my favorite role-playing game, period.
Order was awesome.
But, I mean, Portal's still kind of current, though. I mean, Order,
No, I
never
said
mind.
Dragoon Order.
Order, yeah.
Give us a year time. Give us a year date so we know to go beyond that.
Okay, well, let's go with pre-2000.
Okay, pre-2000. There you go.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
What's the second one?
All right, my second one, I had to put a lot of thought into this one, actually. You know what? They mentioned it the other day. I heard it. Where was it? No, that's after 2000. Okay. Nope, never mind. I'm just going to yield to you guys because I can't come up with a second one right now for some reason.
Okay, I've got 2.
Okay.
The first one would be Battletoads.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right. Yep, coming to a Microsoft console near you. Go ahead.
Oh man.
My second one would be Space Harrier.
Yeah, there we go. But
Ooh,
we
man,
gotta have
that
the
would be nice.
original. We gotta have the original Sega coming in the background.
Mhm.
Give me 2
Okay, I'm gonna give you mine too. First up, Golden Axe. Bring it back.
Yeah.
Bring it back. I've got too many fun memories of that damn game. Bring it back, and I don't mean that crappy one in the 360.
Yeah,
don't
the
get it.
old arcade one. Yeah.
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
good.
And the second one is gonna be, wait for it, Defender, baby.
Oh,
Defender.
got that
Alright,
crazy
yeah.
button layout.
God, it was hard.
All right, I got 2. First one, Darkwing Duck.
Oh boy. Okay.
That wasn't really a
Oh,
right.
That wasn't really a series, though.
No, it wasn't a series, but it was on
was an
NES,
NES game.
and I forgot which other one it was on. And my
Genesis, I
second
think.
one, Breath of Fire.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Breath of Fire.
Oh,
there we go.
you might have to get someone other than Square to take care of. Not Square, my bad.
Capcom.
Capcom. to
Yeah,
take
they
care
can't
of
afford
that.
it.
Yeah, because I got the one on Wii U, the Breath of Fire 2. I had to go and get
Oh.
it. So yeah, those are my 2.
Okay,
I got 2.
go for it.
Gauntlet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gauntlet
Oh,
series, you know,
yeah.
Gauntlet
Oh,
Legends, Gauntlet Darks, whatever. And
Food is good.
I would like to see the return of Comic Zone.
Oh,
yes.
Remember that?
Absolutely.
There
That
we
was
go.
pretty cool. That was a good.
There
one.
we go.
Could you imagine Comic Zone done on the Wii U? Where remember how you would drop down into the sewers,
Yeah, right down onto the gamepad.
drop right down to the gamepad? I'm telling you, that comic book style gameplay would fit so perfect with dual screen gaming.
Okay,
Hey,
I got a very obscure game for you. First, I'm going to name one that's not so obscure, then one that you're going to be like, probably none of you have ever played it. Okay, and, well, the first game, actually both of them you probably never played. Young Merlin.
Didn't play that one.
Young Merlin.
Hell, I
That
didn't
was
know
the-
they made a game on
That
it.
was,
Was
on
it a series?
Young Merlin was on SNES, and it was one of the few games that didn't have any dialogue whatsoever that you could understand in any country.
Was
It
it
was
based
a-
on a
it was a
TV show? Wasn't it a TV show?
No, wasn't based on no TV show. It was
What-
I forgot
wasn't
who
a
made it.
platformer?
It was kind of like a role-playing adventure, like quasi-puzzly type of game, and
But you could jump in it, right?
you could do all sorts of stuff in it, yeah. But the thing is, like I said, it wasn't exactly that. Just look it up. Look it up, Young Merlin.
Okay.
Okay, Young Merlin, and another one, and this one's gonna get you. This one, I think this was an NES title, The Magician.
I actually played that.
I've heard about it.
That
the
doesn't ring a
magician.
bell at
You
all.
had to
Sounds
actually
familiar.
you had to write out your own spells and whatever, and if you typed
Yeah.
them in wrong or whatever, boom, you die or something
Yeah.
catastrophic can happen.
Wow.
Like you
Kinda
had to do it
reminds
right.
me of the House of the Dead spelling edition.
Mhm.
Basically,
Not
scribble
quite,
knife.
Not quite, because you had to actually cast, you would create spells off of these little rooms that you would have, and you could actually get spells way in advance of the game if you knew them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Think about it's sort of like you know how they have the combination of spells in. Let me see. Hold on a second. Trying to find it in my Steam library here. Won't take but a hot second. It's another one about magicians. I forgot the name of it. It's an indie title.
Okay, well, Quan, look, say Nate, I got some nostalgia for you.
What?
Blue Wizard is gaining a new level. That's Gauntlet, man. That's Gauntlet.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
you want to know another game I would like to see come back? Anybody remember the Kings of Field series from the original PlayStation?
King's Field that was a PC game first of all, wasn't it?
I'm not sure, but I only played it on PlayStation 1 back in the day. Kings of Field. It was a first-person RPG.
Kingsfield,
Dungeon
not
crawl.
Kings of Field. Kingsfield.
Yeah,
I think it was
Kingsfield.
King's
Sorry.
Field. That was a PC game first, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kingsfield. What about Jazz Jackrabbit?
That
That's
that
PC.
that
Oh,
got
hold on,
one of the
folks. Hold
questions
on,
I
folks.
had.
Let me get into my game.
Oh, yeah.
I was gonna say Shenmue, but that was right on 2000, so I guess that's not
You
qualified.
talk about
Awesome
Shenmue from
series.
Sega Dreamcast?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah, that was pretty
yes.
good.
Dude, that needs to count. That's a kick-ass game.
Yeah,
Me too, but it doesn't.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with other ones.
I'll allow it.
As a Rare fanboy, which the good Rare Rare, I would love another Jet Force Gemini.
Oh.
Yes.
I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming.
Okay. And my other game would be I was gonna say Vagrant Story, but
Vagrant Story was awesome.
I think I would rather see, because this is a genre as well that needs to be revitalized, and that would be Streets of Rage.
Oh,
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
yeah. Oh,
I would love to
yeah.
see
Yes.
With
where is
with
the
skate
3D
and
brawler? I need a 3D Streets of Rage type of brawler.
Well, you know they just recently released all the final fights on the
No,
eShop,
that don't
don't you?
count. I want a new
They need to be new though. We need a new one.
in 3D.
You know, hey guys, before we sign off, I just got one last thing I want to say. When Nate gave us his game Gauntlet, it got me thinking back to the Gauntlet N64. Yeah, those were the days when you didn't have any memory pack, right? Or at least I didn't have a memory pack at the time. So every time I started that game, I had to start over from the beginning, from level 1. And it just got me thinking, I mean, how easy do new age gamers have it? And they're the ones talking about hardcore. No. Playing a game like Gauntlet from the beginning, every single freaking time, and beating it. I mean, I could give you the story, man. I had the N64 in the living room, man. Mom, you know, she would get upset when I left the game on. You know, it's got the little red light at the front of the console, right?
Yep.
So she used to come and take off the console all the damn time. It used to frustrate me because I couldn't save, right? So my big plan was get some tape, the paper-based tape.
Oh, you did the same thing I did.
Oh no! Take some marker, black marker, color that bitch black, and put him over that red light. Oh, she didn't know the difference. Could beat the game. I mean that right there. That's hardcore. That is hardcore.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wanted to name one last game. I'm cheating here, only because it's skating over here at the 98 level and whatever, and it had to be mentioned because of Xenoblade, Xenogears.
Yes.
Okay,
Oh
Xenogears,
yeah.
Xenogears. We can get,
But of
yeah,
course.
yeah.
Goes
You know
without
what?
saying.
Not just Xenogears. You know what? Don't even release Xenogears. Just release the combat system for doing ground fighting in that game. Because I actually I like that more than anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm probably gonna. I got one more, but it's from that 2000 Dreamcast because there was like 2 games on Dreamcast. That Nah.
Burning
There was 2
Rangers.
games on Dreamcast that I actually like outside of Shenmue. Shenmue is awesome, by the way.
Uh-huh.
Skies of
It was.
Arcadia and Grandia 2.
Yes,
I
guys,
told you, gotta work.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Because, dude, I'm
Oh,
sorry. The
Grandia,
Grandia series,
Grandia goes back before
yeah,
2000, so that's all right.
yeah, the Grandia series, man. Until Square Enix decided to destroy it in 2005, was actually a very good JRPG series. You know, it's bad when the creators of the game say, "Look, all we did was work on the combat system. They did the story."
Oh,
you know it's
wow.
bad.
Yeah.
You know it's bad when that happens. But yeah, that series, I would love it if somebody just put it on a digital release. Just
You
let
know
me-
what? Grandia
I-
2
I-
Virtual Console, make it happen.
Yeah, I'm like, because the Grandia series really had a good combat system for turn-based JRPGs.
Yeah, I got
Yeah,
it
I
on
like
Sega
Grandia.
Saturn myself.
Yeah.
Sega, if you're listening,
Mhm.
Skies of Arcadia 2, Wii
Oh,
U,
yes.
make it happen.
Yeah.
It
Oh,
came out on
yes.
GameCube too, I think.
Yeah, it did come out on GameCube. Yeah.
Yeah, Skies Up. That was
Yeah,
Skies
yeah,
Up
yeah,
Arcade
that was
Legends.
GameCube. Yep.
Yeah.
hmm
Yep.
No, I'm talking about a full-blown sequel.
Yeah, I
Make it
know.
happen.
Yeah, straight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Chop chop.
Full
that
on sequel,
thing.
but give me the original on VC. I will buy it.
Oh,
Oh
definitely.
yeah. Oh yeah. For sure. Make it happen.
For
You give me the original on VC, I will buy it first day.
I think that would
Okay.
be the third or fourth time I'd be buying that game.
Can I make another question since it's kind of related?
Okay, but after this, we're gonna wrap it up.
Okay, at what time frame do you think Virtual Console is going to open up to other consoles on Wii U?
Probably
Good
next year.
question.
I think
Probably-
by next summer actually.
Probably about next year. Probably either right before E3 or after E3. Right after.
Yeah.
E3.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
I'm just thinking Neo Geo games on that gamepad.
Oh man.
Yeah, because you remember Neo
Don't
Geo was
play with
already
me
on
like
the Wii.
that.
Neo Geo already had games on the Wii.
Yeah, they did. They have games.
So I'm
So
pretty
the Commodore
sure.
64.
Yeah.
Yeah, Commodore. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's either gonna be right before E3 or right after E3.
Yeah, it'll be around that time. Yeah.
Yeah.
As we're on this topic, guys, I just wanted to direct your attention to an article that's on Nintendo Life concerning this very same Virtual Console topic. So if you got the time, take a look at it.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's one of my sites. I like Nintendo Life.
All right.
Yeah.
So then we're gonna wrap it up here. Otherwise, we'll be going all night.
Yeah.
Like I said, it seems like we're making up for lost time. But yeah, there we go. And we're going to wrap it up, and we're going to start this time from the right to the left to do our sign-offs. We're going to start off with Nintendo, the Zen Gamer.
Yep. Yes, sir. Back again after a week missing. Love these guys. They're like bros from different mothers. I'll catch you guys next week. Stay cool.
Okay. Up next, we got the man, the myth, the legend, Shadow Fox.
Yep,
Do your thing.
Shadow Fox Prime, Shadow Fox Infinite. Look for the channel. Also, as I always say, do you play games to have fun or to impress other people?
There you go.
Mhm.
Up next, we got Nate Tall, a.k.a. GNTech TV, a.k.a. Stay tuned next week for his new name.
Hey, Quan, before I sign off, do you actually have this game?
Yes, I do, sir.
Me and you need to team up for co-op boss takedown, man. I'd never played this game actually online, so we got to do some last story.
Okay.
This is Gamer Nate for GNTech TV. Like I said at the beginning of the podcast, keep my co-partner Shaner in y'all's prayers. His father's in real dire straits, so just everybody keep his father in your prayers. And as far as anything and everything that was said on this podcast tonight, no Angry Birds were hurt in the process.
Okay. Alrighty then. And up next we got the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. T, the man with his own cereal.
All right, fools. Once again, it was a heck of a time. Had a lot of fun. I know a lot of people are looking forward to my next Attack of the Drones video. The problem with me sometimes is that when I'm working on a lot of different videos at one time, and it kind of takes away from other videos. But just want to say that it will be pretty awesome. So stay tuned for that.
Most definitely looking forward to it.
And once again, it was great being with you guys again. I enjoyed it. And till next time.
Alrighty. And then up next we got our resident secondary bouncer, our auxiliary bouncer, Jay Fleming.
All right, man. It was fun tonight. Everybody that's listening to the podcast, just please do your research before you go out and buy a paperweight, or a console. So just in all honesty, just, all jokes aside, really, just do your research before you purchase any piece of electronic equipment, because like I said before, if you buy something at launch, you're just a glorified beta tester. That's all you are. So just be careful, do your research, make sure it's something that you feel that is a worthy investment, and I'll catch y'all next week.
All right. And up next is Mr. Butterworth.
Jamie Butterworth here, signing off. As always, plugging my book. Now only on Amazon because every other site sucks comparatively. So go pick up Superpowered on Amazon.com. And as always, asking the eternal question, how much is your Butterworth?
I like that.
Nice. And of course, coming up over here is me, myself, Kwame Chu, that's QMCDU, over here giving my sign off. And as I always say, everybody, whatever's clever.